substantial factor? Was the design of the brake system and the OHB strategy and C1179 a substantial factor in the deaths of Saida, Hilda, and Stephanie? That's the question. And the answer is yes. How do we know? Because of the code, in part. Mr. Mafingé's vehicle had a C1179 code in the EEPROM, 3A.1 subfault. It was in there. It was in the computer. Yes, that code can get set historically. That's true, all right? But we went out and found the other owners and brought them in. They testified. October of 2004 until May of 2006, Mr. Bakta. Remember him? No brake problems, no C1179. Folks, he was taking his car into dealerships during this time frame. What, he just wouldn't have mentioned it? I mean, he's taking it into dealers for other service. Then we have Mr. Rohr, played for the Cowboys. Remember him? Purchased it in June of 06. Drove it until July of 2012. No C1179, no brake problems. He, too, was taking the car in for service to Infiniti dealerships. The only person who has ever claimed to have a brake problem with this car is Solomon Mafingé. And that was on August 29th of 2012. The only person. Warranty history. Talking about bringing it into the dealership. There are two different reasons that these warranty documents where this Infiniti was taken into dealers for service are important. Number one is because of what we just talked about. If there had been a C1179, don't you think somebody had brought it up and they could have downloaded it and found it then? But number two, just as importantly, is that it proves there was ample opportunity on 7 different occasions after the TSB for this car to have been fixed. If it hadn't been a TSB and it had been a recall, dealers could have fixed it, would have fixed it at any of the times that it was brought in. Look, 5.5 of 16, 427, 816, 81308, 12108, 31009, January 12th of 2012. Another opportunity. The same year his family was killed. And even defense expert Mr. Liebhardt, even he agrees that the C1179 code was set sometime before the collision. All this discussion about it having possibly been set after the collision, even this expert, even the defense expert, agrees that it was before. And then he admits on the stand in cross that he cannot rule out the C1179 3A1 code. He cannot rule out that it was, on the date of the incident, August 29th of 2012. And you heard from Dr. K. And what he said, He said, once C1179 begins to happen, because of the way that the offset monitoring is, it continues to happen until it's fixed. Now, the point I'm trying to make is this. At some point, this car obviously had a C1179. The only person who claims to have had a brake problem was Solomon Mafingé. We have all the records. We have all the owners. Is it a substantial factor? Is it more likely true than not true? Absolutely.